Well, when you lose Paul Sterling, second or third ball of the game, it's obviously very disappointing. But that's 2020 cricket. Paul's not always going to get us off to a flyer, or the openers aren't always going to get us off to a flyer, and you still have to be able to combat it. Even if you are 2 or 3 down, it's not ideal to be 2 or 3 down in the power play, but things aren't going to go your way all the time, and it was still disappointing. I mean, we've been bowled out for 76. We can't hide behind anything. We can't say, oh well, we shouldn't have lost too many up front. It was the batting innings altogether wasn't good enough. But saying that, I think the guys will still learn from this experience. We're playing against the 15 best Indian players in the IPL. They're in the Indian team for a reason. They're obviously very good, and we've got to recognise that our skills probably weren't as good as they could have been or should have been. Not probably, they definitely weren't. But I think that, the younger guys, especially in the squad, like you go back to James Shannon 2 days ago, Peter Chase will have taken a huge amount out of these 2 games. And even likes of David Delaney being in and around the squad, hopefully they can see, younger guys can see what it's all about playing international cricket, and we'll come into the Afghanistan series hopefully with a month and a half's break now to go away and work on our skills and come back in that series strong. Well, yeah, I mean, I've just said there about Peter Chase and James Shannon. I thought the way they played in the 2 games was pretty good, and Chaser bowling at the death will have learned a lot there. So I'd say those are 2 things. The fielding I thought was very good over the 2 games, minus a couple of drop catches in the first game. But again, Stuart Thompson sticking his hand up to go and catch 3 after dropping a fairly straightforward one. He came back strong, and I think the fielding overall was very good, especially the ground fielding was outstanding. But ultimately, yeah, still disappointing. Well, wrist spin, I think all batters around the world, that's why wrist spin is so effective, especially in 2020 cricket. Everyone's dying to have a leg spinner in their team that can bolt sides out. If you're never 100% sure what way the ball's spinning, it ultimately becomes a lot more difficult to play than if you've got finger spinners who can only spin the ball one way. So I think it wouldn't just be us that would have struggled to. Yes, we struggled more than we should have, definitely, against those 2 wrist spinners. But I think if you had put other teams in the situation out there and with those 2 wrist spinners playing, they wouldn't have taken them for 40 or 4 overs. We just have to find a way to be better against it. And we did have a good chat, but it's difficult to put things right with only a day in between games, and that's not a criticism. It's just a fact that you've only got a day in between games to go away and practice. It was more about trying to have good conversation about how we go about playing it, and I thought Stuart Thompson played it pretty well whenever he came in there. He played it nicely off the back foot. It's obviously easier whenever the balls you can get back and play because it's a bit slower, but yeah, it would be nice if we had a wrist spinner that were able to do what they did.